In the heart of an ancient forest, where music wove itself into the wind and rivers hummed lullabies, lived Luna, a fairy of melodies. Her gift was unique. She could weave magic into sound, turning the whispers of nature into symphonies that only the purest of hearts could hear. Hidden from human eyes, Luna played her enchanted harp among the fireflies, sending her melodies drifting into the world beyond. One evening, as she played beneath a silver moon, she heard something remarkable, a violin responding to her song. Intrigued, she followed the sound and discovered Daniel, a blind musician sitting on the banks of a quiet lake. His fingers danced over the strings of his violin, weaving a tune so beautiful that even the stars seemed to listen. Daniel had never seen the world, but he felt it through sound. The rustling of leaves, the laughter of water, the rhythm of footsteps, each was a note in the grand symphony of life. Luna, invisible to human eyes, listened in awe. She had never met a human who could truly hear magic without seeing it. Night after night, she returned, weaving her melodies into his music, guiding his hands to play notes beyond human imagination. Daniel believed it was inspiration, a muse he could not see. But one fateful night, a sudden gust of wind revealed her reflection in the lake. Daniel gasped. Though he could not see, he could feel the presence of someone near him, someone who had been by his side all along. "Who are you?" he whispered. Luna hesitated. No fairy had ever revealed themselves to a human before. But as she looked at Daniel, with his eyes full of wonder and hands longing to create, she knew he was different. "I am Luna," she finally said. "And I am here to show you the songs of magic." As the days passed, Luna and Daniel's bond grew deeper. She no longer hid, and he no longer doubted. They spent their nights together, with Daniel composing music that captured the essence of the fairy realm, notes that shimmered like moonlight, melodies that carried the scent of rain. Luna showed him the songs hidden in the world. She placed his hands on the wings of fireflies so he could feel their humming rhythm. She led him through the forest where the trees whispered harmonies. She even brought him to the edge of her realm, where the echoes of lost dreams turned into music. Daniel's compositions became legendary. The world marveled at his music, calling it divine, otherworldly. Concert halls filled, and audiences wept at the beauty of his songs. They did not know that each note held a piece of Luna's magic, that his violin carried the whispers of a realm humans were never meant to know. But with fame came danger. Scholars began to question the source of Daniel's inspiration. Scientists analyzed his music, sensing something unnatural. Whispers of a hidden muse spread like wildfire. Some believed Daniel had made a pact with the supernatural, while others sought to uncover the mystery behind his abilities. Then came the moment they dreaded most. A journalist, desperate for the truth, followed Daniel to the lake where he played each night. Hiding in the shadows, the journalist saw Luna, her wings shimmering under the moonlight, her voice woven into the wind. A single photograph was all it took. The next morning, headlines screamed, "The blind musician and the fairy, myth or reality?" The world went mad with speculation. Governments wanted answers. Scientists sought to capture Luna. Fairy hunters, long thought to be legends, resurfaced, eager to claim proof of the supernatural. Luna's realm trembled under the weight of human curiosity. The Fairy Council summoned Luna. Their message was clear: humans must never know we exist. If you do not sever your ties with Daniel, the consequences will be dire. Luna was faced with an impossible choice: turn her back on the man she loved or risk exposing her entire world to destruction. Luna rushed to Daniel, her heart pounding. She found him at their lake, his violin resting on his lap, his face troubled. "They want to take you from me," she whispered. "I don't care," Daniel said, reaching for her hand. "I would rather live in exile with you than in a world without you." But Luna knew it wasn't that simple. The fairy world could not withstand human interference. Their magic was delicate, and if humans ever found a way to harness it, the balance of nature itself would shatter. Tears shimmered in her eyes as she cupped his face. "There is only one way to protect both our worlds." Daniel's grip tightened. "No, Luna, please." She smiled sadly. "I will play one last song, and when it ends, you will forget me." Daniel shook his head, but Luna raised her harp. A haunting melody filled the air, wrapping around Daniel like a gentle breeze. It carried all their nights together, every whispered secret, every stolen moment. The music wove through his soul, erasing her presence like ink washed away by the tide. As the final note faded, Daniel blinked. His grip on his violin loosened. He frowned, as though trying to remember something just beyond reach. He knew he had lost something precious, but no matter how hard he tried, he could not recall what. Luna stepped back into the shadows, watching as Daniel raised his violin to play. His music was still beautiful, still powerful, but the magic was gone. The fairy world was safe. And she was alone. The fairy council allowed Luna to stay in her realm, but her punishment was silence. She could never play her harp again, never let her magic weave into sound. Years passed, and Daniel's fame grew. His music remained legendary, but there was always a hollow note, an emptiness he could not explain. He often found himself wandering to the lake, sitting in silence, waiting for something, or someone, he could no longer remember. One night, as he played a quiet tune, a single tear fell onto his violin. He did not know why, but he felt as though he had once loved someone whose name was carried away by the wind. And in the shadows, unseen by human eyes, Luna listened, her heart aching with every note.